Well, and hello out there in the interweb world. My name is Mac, and this is the Real McCoy Reacts Fireside Chat. This is something I do once a month or so. Try to update what's going on in my life, what's going on with my channel, where we're going in the future. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day out there. So let's start this off by where have I been for the last few days to a week? I live in central Kentucky, and we experienced something that I would like to call a wind event. I've lived in Florida. I've lived in Plant City, Florida for a couple years, so I've went through some tropical storms, some hurricanes. You know, I know what a derecho is. I know what a tornado is. One of my hobbies is studying weather. I really enjoy all this, but I'm, 50 years old, and this is the first time that I've ever had to go through in the central Kentucky a 12-hour wind event. I've went through the ice storm here in central Kentucky in the early 2000s, which was devastating. I mean, it was devastating. The power was out here for multiple days, and it was just, lots of damage, lots of infrastructure damage. It was just really, really bad here in central Kentucky. So my prayers are for all the families out there that still don't have power in Kentucky or in any surrounding state through natural disasters. It's really hard to get by day to day without power. Our power went out last Friday around 4, didn't come back on until Tuesday night around 9. So power was out for multiple days. Our internet was out an extra day beyond that, and it took us multiple days to get everything cleaned back up and just try to recover. That's why this is the first time you're seeing me. It gave me a chance to play around with the set. A couple questions I get that I'm going to answer today about the set. This is not digital. This is all analog. That means it's, real life stuff. There's, stuff that I've made and created. There's layers here, that goes back, starts in the front, goes to the back, kind of like the way the old-fashioned special effects were done in the old-fashioned days. I enjoy doing this. It gives me a way to be a little bit artistic and, to help my mind be creative, being disabled and, not having a lot of, output for doing stuff like this just really helps as a hobby. Helps me tremendously, especially with my mental support and stuff like that. And I like playing around with stuff. The paintings that I use on here are made by my mother. If you look deeply into this one over here, you can see my finger over here. If you stare into this one, I'm not going to point it out. It's an abstract painting, but there's a crazy looking scary face in the middle of it right above the skull. You may see it, you may not. If your TV screen's big enough, you could zoom in. I know if first, when you put stuff together, with mirrors and glasses and things, somehow things work out weirdly. But if you can zoom into inside that headphone set, it looks like you're looking into a portal of time. It doesn't match anything on the set, and it really looks like you're looking into another dimension. And when I turn my stuff on, and the entire neighborhood's power drains, or all their lights dim. I'm using way too much electricity. My avatars, I'm behind the camera and I do a point of view style because I have a infectious skin disease, causes me all kinds of problems. It's not that I'm embarrassed of what I look like, but this setup, the way I'm doing it, I feel like I'm brave using my voice to do reactions. It's different. It's a lot of people think it's easier. It's not. It's way harder. Not having my face, not dancing around, not showing you my expressions. Having to use all the words to get that across on our reaction is a lot more difficult. Takes a lot more time and effort and patience and stuff like that. And it's not for everybody, and I understand that. But the reason I do this style is because when I'm on camera under lights, I sweat more. My disease is around my sweat glands. I get staph-like infections in my glands, so the more I sweat, the worse the infections get. Behind the camera, I can be in the dark. I can have a fan on. I can be cool. So a lot of the reasons why I do it the way I'm doing it. So I was thinking, I need to have avatars, everybody else that's on camera, they're their avatar. Well, my avatars are skulls. I use skulls and I like skulls because it's universal. Male, female, old, young, whatever race you are, we all have this exact thing in common underneath our skin. We all have a skeleton, we all have a skull, and it's exactly the same for all of us, no matter what. No matter what the political atmosphere wants to say, it's all the same underneath. This is Little Smoke down here in the corner. Little Smoke, he's connected to Skelly, obviously Skelly because we got the skeleton. And then we got Scully over here, a big fan of X-Files. So we got Scully over here. But that's a little bit about my screen and setup. Stuff I've made, I've ordered off Amazon, and I've cut and chopped and made. Underneath what you see out there on this video looks like Charlotte's Web. So imagine that with cables and wires and my wife and daughter. A lot of people don't like all that, but what you see on here looks nice. I like this kind of stuff. I like digital art, abstract stuff, trippy top stuff. But I love music as well. Back to the reaction channel, man, I'm 200 songs behind. I have 200 songs saved, lots and lots of artists. I'm going to try to get busy and get back. I've just had family illnesses, my illnesses, doctor's appointments in the hospitals. I mean, it's just been one thing after another. My daughter right now is having some real bad teething problems and fevers and uncomfortable from all that. So it's just been, and then having the power out, it's just been a nightmare the last couple months for me trying to do reactions. But hopefully things will smooth out. Life has a way like a roller coaster, sometimes being crazy and then sometimes being smooth. And hopefully we're hitting into one of them smooth areas. But I just wanted to get in touch with everybody up there, show off some of my different lights and effects that I'm trying out. And wishing and hoping everybody is doing good and having a good day. I'll be back soon. I may do something today, may do something tomorrow. It's hard for me on the weekends, but we'll see. You never know. This is the Real McCoy out, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. If you have any questions about my channel, if you want me to do reactions to certain artists or anything like that, and if you watch Fireside Chat, leave a comment. Anything you leave in comments, I will definitely check out. I will look up. We will get it up on the channel for sure. If you leave any comments here, I'll give you a shout out on the next time I do Fireside Chats. I'll give you a shout out in that one as well. So I'm all about sharing and helping the community. I've never tried to sell anything on this channel other than go check out the artists that we react to, because I think music's one of them things out there in the world that's universal, can touch us all in our hearts and souls, and no matter where we're from or our culture, music can cross all those boundaries and barriers. And I think music's the one thing that can help heal the world. So, it's helped me multiple times throughout the years with depression and everything. Music has been my best friend. So that's why I like doing this as a hobby. I love checking out all these artists on YouTube. I love all these independent artists. I love all this music. Can't wait to get back started. Again, I hope everybody has a wonderful day out there. I'm sorry this went too long. Yes, we're playing around with new effects, new stuff, new cameras. Everything's kind of new. We'll see how it goes. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. I'm going to get out of here. Bye.